So you need to watch through to the end, majorly because you will need it, and also towards the end is when I talked about accommodation and tips on getting affordable ones, So see you. Hello, today I'll be talking about the cost of living in Italy as an international student. So it will help you to plan ahead what you actually need to prepare to spend and all, especially if you, of course, you're looking out for regional scholarship. But I've explained in one of my videos, if you haven't listened to it, you should go and listen on how scholarship works in Italy, where I explained that in the first year scholarship, especially the regional one, might not be possible because of maybe some delays up, and it's not actually impossible. You can actually access it depending on the situation, but to plan ahead so that you know how much you actually you need to prepare along, and if it is something you want to go into or you can afford, this video is for you. So you need to watch through to the end. And also because I talked about towards the end, I talked about accommodation and the cost and how you can actually some tips to secure one that is affordable. So make sure you watch through to the end. So the first cost I will talk about here is permit of stay. And why is this important? Though it is a one-off cost, you have to pay it almost immediately you enter Italy, because you have to process your permit of stay within 8 days of your arrival in Italy. The cost is around 117 euros. It is 116.46 cents, so approximately 117 euros. So you need to have this, and then you pay it twice because the first year the permit of stay they will give you is for 1 year most of the time, so you have to do it again the second year. You understand? Yeah. So it is 2 times, but the first one you need is the first year, which is 117 euros, then the next one 117 euros. So but let's calculate it for year. So 117 per year, which is 117 euros. Then I'll come to transportation. So for transportation, it varies because you have a lot of options. You can go to you can get a bicycle, even second hand, at marketplace, Facebook marketplace. Set your location, so you within the location that is close to you, you'll be able to see some maybe used bicycle, even as low as 50 euros or less, depending on what you are able to get. Another one is you opting for the public transport, the bus normally, and instead of actually buying ticket of maybe €1 or 1.5 euros every time you want to go out, you can get monthly tickets. And the juicy part is that even for a student there are discounts. So instead of getting maybe 30 euros per month, or however they have it, because it differs per region, so you can get as low as 12 euros as a student per month. So it's better for you to, if you are getting ticket or you are taking bus, it's better for you to get it per month, as ticket per month. So it pays you a lot instead of buying every time. Also, you have to really know what is going on in your region and be conversant with what is it, because right now in my region there is a thing that is going on that a year you pay just 20 euros. So there are stuff like that comes, but if you don't know about them, you won't be able to take advantage of them. So you have to really be conversant with the information that is going around. There are some people that are even here that doesn't know that this kind of promo or slash is going on or something like that. Yeah. So there's people living here that doesn't even know about these 20 euro stuff. So you really need to know. So with that, you're able to save some cost. So let us just peg transportation to be around 20 euros or less per month, depending on you, you know. Another cost I will talk about here is feeding. So feeding, depending on you and what you eat. I know for the first months that you are here, you bring some food stuff from home, so you are not buying a lot of things. So and you know, depending on other things that you get in the supermarket also. So let us just budget 100 euros per month. It's even too much. You might not spend, depending on you, you might not spend up to that, you know, but 100 euros per month is more than able to feed you, and you'll be good, you know, for the month. And it's and also another tips on this is getting that some things you can get instead of in the supermarket, you can get on open market, you know. Open market is not like it is less, but you are getting them from maybe the farmers or those people that are selling, mostly the farmers, you know. So it is lesser than you getting it in the supermarket, and that's another way of buying some stuff. Even depending on which region, there are some open markets even for clothes, for shoes, for some kind of sweets, normal local biscuit, and they call it tarali. We have one here that's tarali, other stuffs like that, you know. So if you get them in the open market, it is more cheap than you getting them in the supermarket, and that's one way of us also reducing cost here. So let's just peg feeding to be 100 per month, 100 euros per month. Then another thing is weekend expenses. If you want to go out with friend, know that if anyone invites you to go out, it's not like Nigeria that someone will take you out and you expect them to pay. You know, you are dividing the cost between yourself, so you have to know this. And if you have that budgeted, good for you. But if you don't have it budgeted in your expenses, then you might have to say no sometimes if you can't afford it. So you might have to allocate some amount into weekend expenses, which is now up to you. Also clothing, though for some period that you first arrive, maybe you might need some more clothing, especially if you arrive in the winter. Maybe you might need some winter jackets, and also you can allocate some amount to that. And another tips I've told you before is getting what you want in the open market. It doesn't mean they are fake or they are less of themselves. You get it more cheap than you getting it in these supermarket and shops, you know, even for clothes. Yeah, you can opt for that till you are going to go to Zara and H&M. So another one is, before I talk about the last one, is SIM card. So when you get there, you might have to get a SIM card, an Italian SIM card, which ranges from 20 euros, you know. So your first subscription to get the SIM and then data together is mostly 20 euros. But depending on the offer at the period you are buying the SIM, so it can be 20 euros, it can be less, you get. So but subsequently it might have to be between 10 euros every month. So 10 euros every month, and or less. I told you it depends, and also the SIM provider as well, or internet provider. So it differs like that, but let's just an average of 10 euros. We cater for that, which will give you access to maybe 100 gig per month. You will not even be able to finish it. So that being said, let us move to the biggest one, which is accommodation. Accommodation in the north is different from accommodation in the south. Accommodation is more expensive in the north than in the south. So you have to know which region, where is your region located? Is it in the north or in the south? And when we are talking of north, we are talking about Milan, we're talking about Florence, we're talking about Rome. So things are really expensive. Houses are expensive in these kind of places. So I'm talking about expensive, we might be talking about 400, 350, even if you get 350 in loan, you've tried 400, 500, 500 euros, and that's really on the high side. But in the north, I mean the south rather, you might still be able to get accommodation as low as 250 euros, even as low as 200 euros you can get, though they have things that they call condominium and utility that includes light, water, gas, all those stuff might not be included. So you have to also make sure when you are looking for accommodation and they are calling a price for you, does it include, is it a total package, does it include the condominium I talked about and the utilities? If it doesn't include, that means you will pay it separately. That one might be maybe 40 euros per month or 50 euros per month, and then you pay maybe 250 or 200. So adding it together might end up to be maybe 250 to 300. So in the south, 250 to 350 will get you a good accommodation. Whereas in the north, no, it's you are just starting. So from 350 to maybe 500 will get you good accommodation in the north. But of course, maybe that for the second year, if you apply for the regional scholarship and you choose to stay in college, they call it college, you will have accommodation with the students, in the student college. So that's how it works. But if you're staying outside, these are the kind of prices you will see. Also, for you to now get, because when schools are resuming, especially between September, October, and November, it's really, really, really tough getting accommodation, because a lot of people, it's now very competitive, a lot of people are looking for accommodation, so it's always not very easy. But one of the tips I will give you is actually to chat up some people. If you can link up with some of the people in your school, they'll be able to provide some information on. There are some Facebook pages that are being created where you can post you're looking for accommodation, and also people post that, oh, this house is available in this month, maybe from November or from January to this period. So people that have houses, landlords, post there, and there you can always message them on with Facebook and they will answer you. So that is that. And there are times that they might be skeptical, especially if you're not in Italy at that time, because okay, so maybe the person is lying, is a scam, and also because there are a lot of competition. So maybe they post one house and 10 people are the one reaching out to them, you understand? So they will give premium to people that are available, that are on ground already. And that's why maybe one of the solutions is to look out for maybe Airbnb to stay for some period in time. That's if it's warranted. But of course, if you get it before you come around, or you actually link up with someone already in Italy and in your region or in your school, and they can help you, secure the accommodation before you come. These are some of the possibilities. So at the end of the day, when you add everything together, you get an idea of how much you need to prepare to spend in a month. So apart from the accommodation, which depends from where you are, and then feeding, clothing might not be every month. You understand? Except you you love shopping, and shopping is therapeutic for you, so you might want to budget it every month. But of course, it's up to you. So I hope this is able to help you, to give you an idea of what to expect and what to plan ahead for as regards cost of living. And if you have any question, please let me know below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe as well. So thank you. Ciao, ciao.